If we're truly preaching patience and development, you start Kevin Knox. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Clutch B-Ball TV. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night. And today I'm going to be talking about Kevin Knox. I know a lot of people are either going to hate this video, love this video, or be very lukewarm on this. Okay, of course, we went on to draft Kevin Knox in the 2018 NBA draft with the 9th overall pick out of Kentucky. He was known as this good scorer, but he was definitely this project coming in. He wasn't fully developed. We knew his ability to shoot the ball from beyond the arc, but we knew he had to get stronger. And did he show consistent effort with his motor every single play and that sort of thing? And I remember watching a film analysis video before the draft, and I started to look at that afterwards now after he's been drafted by the New York Knicks. Literally all his weaknesses have stayed weaknesses. Pretty much they nailed it on the head with every single thing when it's come to Kevin Knox. At the end of the day, but a lot of people wanted Michael Porter Jr., a lot of people wanted Mikal Bridges, but at the end of the day, we didn't think Michael Porter Jr. was going to fall. And this is a message to NBA fans. We're not the only team that passes on good players. People act like, oh, we're the only team that passed on Donovan Mitchell when we had the 8th overall pick. He went later in the draft. We're the only team that passed on Michael Porter Jr. People only like to make fun of us because literally it's good clicks for mainstream media. We're the bigger market. No one cares about the Charlotte Hornets because they're such a lower marketed team. At the end of the day, I don't have anything against the Hornets. I'm just saying we're such a high market and we haven't been good in a long time, and there's other teams that haven't been good in a long time, and we don't even have the longest playoff drought. The Kings do, but you already know the Knicks just get bashed on because they're the Knicks. They're going to get bashed because it's New York, and you already know how that goes. But Mike Porter Jr., Knicks fans already have no patience. Could you imagine if we drafted him with the back injury and everything? Play the kid when he's a freaking back injury. And it wouldn't have made no sense, in my opinion. I wanted the instant impact player, though, of Mikal Bridges or Miles Bridges. I was kind of sad when we didn't select Mikal Bridges. I was, lukewarm on the Kevin Knox pick. I knew he had potential, specifically scoring the basketball, because that's his big thing for sure. Then the Summer League came around. Freaking bang, bang from downtown. The Lakers game when he had 4 threes in a row. Bang, bang. But he wasn't efficient. That was the big thing. But he was dribbling the ball coast to coast in the first game against the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young versus Kevin Knox, a rookie matchup. First points, grabs rebound, gets out and runs, slams it on with two hands. And people are like, okay, we have something here. Some people are even going far to saying he's the next Kevin Durant. Which is freaking crazy because he's not coordinated like Kevin Knox. Kevin Durant on the defense side of the basketball. And he's just not Kevin Durant. He's just not. He's literally barely an NBA player right now at this point in his NBA career. And he's finished up his second season. He's going to be entering his third season. But he was balling in Summer League. Preseason came around. He sucked. He showed flashes his rookie year. He had a career high against the Philadelphia 76ers. He was showing he could shoot the three ball. He's athletic. He has a nice floater in the lane. And his defense was just the big focal point. And being a black hole offensively, not recognizing when someone's open, he would get the defense to collapse, but he wouldn't know when to kick it out. So I was like, okay, it's his rookie year, though. He's going to learn. We knew he was going to be this project. We knew he was going to make mistakes. Second year comes around. We go on to sign Marcus Morris. So Marcus Morris starts over Kevin Knox. First off, I want to say David Fizdale, if he loved you or you're a young player, you're going to get freaking 40 minutes a game. All right, so the next year anyway, even though he doesn't start Kevin Knox, bring in Marcus Morris. Marcus Morris is his veteran, can shoot the ball, good defense player, instant impact guy. So Kevin Knox is coming off the bench. First off, when you're 18, 19 years old, he was drafted at 18 years old. And when you get all the minutes in the world at 19 years old, when he started playing basketball, it's just the confidence through the roof. You get your opportunity, you know no one else is going to take it because the team is so young and the team is so bad. But then you bring in a guy like Marcus Morris. We thought he was going to light a fire under Kevin Knox and Kevin Knox was going to be motivated. But no, that was not how we thought Kevin Knox was going to respond. He didn't respond in the greatest of way when he did come into games. At the beginning of the season, though, I believe through the first 15 or 20 games, he shot over 40% from three. He was nice on the backdoor cuts. He started taking less floaters and started taking more efficient shots at the rim. He did get better guarding inside in the paint, deflecting shots, getting out and running, but guarding the perimeter, pure awful. Just his stance was not good, his basketball IQ, still had the defensive lapses. But then his shot started falling off, and it was just pure awful. But when you're 19 years old or you're 20 years old and minutes start getting taken away from you, because at the end of the day, he's still a young basketball player. He's very young. When you get minutes taken away from you, that's hard to deal with. Going from freaking 36 minutes per game, nearly 40 from David Fizdale, to freaking 10 minutes per game. And then David Fizdale's fired. Then you bring in Mike Miller. I think Mike Miller is just playing for his job, to be honest. I think he was just trying to win, unless the organization told him to try to win. And yeah, Kevin Knox didn't get much of an opportunity. He would come in there and there and get some buckets, but it was kind of garbage time buckets against like the Bulls and Hawks and that type of thing. But we see flashes from Kevin Knox. We see the flashes off the dribble. You see him have that big step, or he definitely has that big first step getting to the basket. He gets to the basket with ease. It comes down to finishing and not just throwing the ball up. He needs to go up stronger, and he has to be more disciplined on the offense side of the basketball and defense side of the basketball. But yeah, he started taking more quality shots. He stopped taking those deep twos, which frustrated me like crazy because like deep twos are not really efficient in today's NBA. It's either a mid-range shot or three-point shot. Like the deep twos, like you're not shooting a three-pointer, you're not getting 3 points, but you're taking a very difficult shot that's only going to result in 2. But he has shown flashes there and there, and I get it. He's still very young, and Knicks fans, we should have expected this. I'm not patient. I've been frustrated with Kevin Knox, but at the end of the day, he was taken as this project type of player. He was taken as this guy that's going to need time. And now I think it's actually the perfect opportunity. Tom Thibodeau, defensive-minded, I get it. He coached Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns hasn't gotten better defensively. But does Kevin Knox want to be a good defensive player? That's the main thing to think about. Does he really want to be a good defensive player? I really hope so. Tom Thibodeau, I think, has the right technique, and he has the right coaching staff. Bron and Kenny Payne, and I kind of think this is the last straw for Kevin Knox. We brought in Kenny Payne, and I get it. We went on to bring in as well. We signed Alec Burks to the 1-year deal, but that could help out our depth if we have Alec Burks coming off the bench, and we have Obi Toppin, we have Mitchell Robinson, we have RJ Barrett. So why not start Kevin Knox at the end of the day? Because it's already a young team. It'll just make no sense if you have an Alec Burks in there, because we know we're going to be bad. If we're going to be competitive, let's be competitive with the young team. Like last year when we were winning games. We're winning games with Taj Gibson, winning games with Bobby Portis, guys we knew weren't going to be part of the future. Marcus Morris, when we should might as well win games with these young players, or see the growth and development like the Atlanta Hawks did last year, and then the upcoming season get these win now type of basketball players maybe to come off the bench or start. If like Kevin Knox is just awful this season, like you got to give him an opportunity. You got to let him start, and if he's horrible, move on from him. If he doesn't show any signs of improvement whatsoever, but I definitely do think it's a confidence thing. He's worked with lethal shooter. He's changed his mechanics. Like the ball's less in his palm. It doesn't shoot that crazy rainbow shot, but we have to see how it is in the game. He won't be playing Summer League, of course, because I believe this is going to be his 3rd season in the NBA. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what Kevin Knox is going to bring to the table. I really think he should start. This is a young basketball team. We're not going anywhere. We might as well give him an opportunity. At the end of the day, we did take him with the 9th overall pick. Scott Perry, Steve Mills, even though Steve Mills is gone, I'm not sure who's really in charge of that pick. But I think he is talented. Might as well Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson. I'm just saying the defense actually might be horrid, though. That's really the scary thing, because Obi Toppin needs to do a better job positioning himself on the defense side of the basketball. He has big time lapses, so does Kevin Knox. At least you have a guy, Mitchell Robinson, who's a very rare defender at 7 foot, who can guard the perimeter and guard inside as well. Let's just hope towards the end of the game that we don't have Toppin and Kevin Knox out there with Mitchell Robinson in foul trouble. Hopefully Mitchell Robinson cleans that up, but at least we brought in a guy of Nerlens Noel, who could also guard the paint, and he's a good rim protector. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what this Knicks team could do. I think we've been pretty successful in free agency, not bringing in these big names. And at the end of the day, we're running a marathon. We're not running a race. We need patience, develop these young players. And I'm really looking forward to seeing where we're going to move as an organization, if we're going to improve. But smash the like button, click that subscribe button for more content. I want to thank you guys so much for 1K. This channel would not be possible without you guys. This is more of a raw video. Like if I stutter there and there, I decided to put it all in there. But as always, guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.